We're pulling up on the job site down here at historic Ducker Station, where we're still working on the lodge, bringing the first of many loads that we'll be using on this project. This is rough sawn pine. We've actually selected the logs in particular to try to get tight grain and close grain. Board and batten, 12 inches wide, 3/4 thick. Quite frankly, it don't get no better. We'll be showing you a little later how we're going to be installing this material on the lodge, and then how we'll be trimming it out with more great rough sawn materials.
Job site today, we just got done putting on all of our house wrap. This particular brand is Rex Wrap. There's several different ones out there, but this is the one that we like to use. Look at this wrap. See how nice and tight it is. That's the way you're supposed to put it on. It is highly water resistant. This is just an extra layer of protection. It's also highly energy efficient. So take a look at this beautiful board and batten siding. These are some old growth pine boards. They're absolutely gorgeous. You have to be here to see it to understand it. They are 3/4 inches thick, 12 inches wide. We get done putting all the boards on, we're going to come back with a batten strip that's 3/4 thick, 2.5 inches wide. Come down here at our bottom, you notice all of our girts that we put on. These are 2x4s. We do it every 2 foot on center. 2 foot on center because you're nailing close enough to each other that everything stays tight. When it comes to board and batten siding, it's a very old technique here, especially in South Georgia. Besides our clapboard and bevel siding that we do, when you put the boards on and you put that batten strip on, there's absolutely no way for weather to get in. As these 3/4 inch boards dry, you might have a 1/4 inch, you might have an 1/8. These have been cut for a while, so they're a little more on the drier side. So they're not going to actually shrink as much as they would if we had just cut it. But putting that batten strip on there covers everything up, makes it weather tight. And just like we said before with our house wrap, this back behind it just completely seals off the whole entire lodge. Wanted to take a moment to show y'all what real true quality lumber looks like. In today's time, trees grow really fast. If you look around South Georgia, lower Alabama, North Florida, we plant pine trees, and every 15 years we're thinning them out. Those trees are so cotton picking tall and long and this big around in diameter, they grow so fast they don't get the tight grain pattern as a tree that grows out in the middle of an open and has the opportunity to actually grow and produce tight grains. Tight grains like this board here, I think you'll be able to see this. These grains just touching each other. That's years and years of this tree growing all by itself out in the woods, and it gives us this perfect board and batten siding. Number one, having that tight grain pattern, when it rains on it and you get sun on it and all the elements and weather are attacking it daily, that tight grain pattern don't move. It don't allow water to penetrate. Just beautiful lumber. Next thing I want to show you is when we nail these boards on, I like to recommend a hot dip or just plain electro galvanized ring shank nail. When it goes through here, through the board into our 2x4 girts. It's like taking a screw and driving it in with a hammer. It holds for. Second thing, with the galvanized part, it don't rust. So let's say it's raining on the side of the building 3 or 4 months ago, and someone used a nail that wasn't galvanized. You're going to see the rust stains coming down the board. With a galvanized nail, you don't have rust stains coming down the side of the board. We also pick out our nails on purpose, our lengths, but this we're using a 2 3/8. That's just the right length to go through this board and into our 2x4 girts without going all the way through the board to the other side